Alright, here we are. Third map, Nepal. Red was able to pull back that last map when playing extremely well in their defense. Especially on that second point, they were able to stop the aggression from CrossFire. So we're going to have to see what CrossFire is going to have to do to change up their fight. This is the first time they're going to be running dive in this entire series. So we're going to have to see how that works. And actually, I fucked up the teams. But let's watch this first fight to see what happens. Both teams are going to be even right now. And it looks like, and both teams are just trying to poke and trying to get, actually, yep, I'm wrong. They're not running dive yet. They seem to be refusing to run dive. But K2K does get two very, very nice rockets and they're able to pull this point. So while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna switch to teams. Don't mind me. Alright. Alright, so here we are. So red, they're gonna be close on Pulse Bomb, and they're gonna be close onto Nano. King Farba does get taken out by Claymores, so nice pick from him. And Nepeta is just trying his best. He was sort of getting caught out, but Ritska is getting contested by both flankers. But they are able to pull back this fight as well. Wasted Pulse Bomb. Again, both teams. Claymore has to save that Pulse Bomb. Because he wouldn't be able to pull back that fight there. I'm not sure why he used his Pulse Bomb. It looks like 4 ultimates are going to be coming up. 4 or 5 ultimates are going to be coming up on the side of CrossFire. But they might be able to pull this back again. Farba does take out Ilaria. Very nice pick from him. And another pick on the Milchman. K2K taking out Claymore. And it's just going to be another team wipe. Again, Red, the best thing that they can do right now is save up their ultimates and going in for that last fight for the recontest. Because they should know, that CrossFire has a lot of ultimates. A lot of ultimates coming up. And they know that they have res. So they have to have a follow-up ultimate for when they res. They either have to take out Gadget or play around the res. King Farba does get an Nanovisor there, and he's going to try to get as much. Milchman does take out Ritska, but Farba is just going off right now, and he's getting as many picks as they can. Gadget does get taken out, but it's very unlikely that they're going to be able to pull this fight back. Super Blaze does commit, but it's looking unlikely. Very, very nice round on the side. Crossfire, insane. I really loved it. They seem to know that their strength probably isn't dive, so that's probably the reason why they're not running dive, which makes sense. But on the maps that dive is really important on, you really should be running dive. But thankfully for them, this next map, Sanctum, doesn't really favor dive too much. It favors more of the triple tank standard or 222 standard. Yep, and it looks like both teams are going to be running standard here, but they're staying with the Fair Mercy. I'm not sure why they're staying with the Fair Mercy here, because they have to win this first fight if they want to keep it. But we're going to have to see what happens. Both teams going to be coming in from mid, and they're going to be committing on the bridge. We're going to have to see what happens here. The charge does come in and they take out the PETA. This is their chance to pull this back. They take out Gadget. They take out Gadget and they're gonna take out Yep, and so Red are able to take this fight. I really hope that Crossfire is going to be able to pull this one back. They have to switch up their comp. They don't have a Lucio. They can't play for speed. If you don't have a Lucio on Koth, you waste precious seconds that you could use to get back to the fight. Lucio is so much better. And I don't know why they're sticking with the Pharah Mercy. I'm gonna be playing on point. The charge does come out and asleep, but both Rhines get taken out. Both Rhines Treasure and Milchman does take out King Farba, and Ilaria takes out Gadget. And they are able to flip the point here. CrossFire is able to flip the point, but unfortunately, that Rhine play at the start was really interesting, to say the least. They're going to flip the point here, and they're going to have to recontest. They do have Barrage, and they're going to be close on Res. And huge ult advantage. Actually, no. The ult advantage is in favor of Red here. They just have to wait a few seconds to get their ultimates up. Well, both teams are going to have pretty much 6 ultimates each. So we're going to have to see what each team uses. Oh, but Blaze is almost taken out there. Dieter is hooked off, and insane picks coming out from the side of Red. They haven't even used any ultimates. That's strange. They haven't used any ultimates to take this fight. That fight was entirely won without using any ultimates on both teams. So both teams gonna have 6 ultimates in this next fight. No Grav to play at the choke, so that's interesting. But the Diva, I suppose, is more for taking care of Kay and Milchman. But we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen here. They're still sticking with this Pharah Mercy. They really think that this is the right play to run. Here comes a bomb and a shatter, and Peta is taken out. A counter bomb comes in, but the advantage is still in Red's favor. Red is gonna, but they do have res, so Milchman commits with a nano visor, and he's just trying to get as much value as he can out of it. He's 1 health, but they are gonna pull this back. But they're committing a lot of ultimates. They've used all 6 of their ultimates to win that fight. So, Red has a huge advantage coming into this next fight. We're going to be watching King Farba in his next fight, because he's going to be because his ultimate is the ultimate that's going to win them this game, if they play correctly. So here it comes. The nano visor comes out, but Dieter gets taken out by another hook. That's the 2nd time he's gotten taken out there. Farba only manages to get 1 kill with this nano visor, but it looks like that they are going to be able to flip this point here. Well, Claymore does get 2 insane hooks during that fight to take out both Dieter and K2K respectively. And it looks like they have thankfully switched off the Pharah Mercy. I'm extremely happy that they've done that. And they're going to be playing back here because it seems like they don't want to risk playing forward. But Claymore does get another pick, and it looks like that. It looks like that Red is going to retake this point and take this round. Both teams have gotten better with their ultimate usage in this fight. They haven't had a lot of wasted ultimates, except for, of course, the wasted pulse bomb at the beginning from Claymore. But generally in that last fight, it was mostly down to just people hitting their shots. And that time it was positional errors. Claymore just had free range on that. He just had free range on that bridge to be able to get those hooks. And Dieter died twice to that. Like, the first time, okay, fine, unlucky. But the second time, like, there's no excuse for that. You should have known that he was doing that. So it looks like that... Red is going to be switching over to dive. While Crossfire is going to be switching over to a 2-2-2, but still be staying on standard. Again, they seem to not want to play dive at all. Lots of reflected damage there. And so but they don't have enough shield pressure to play around the shield there, so they're going to have to get picks on the supports here. The dive comes in on the Ana, and she blows all of her cooldowns here. Riska really had to watch his cooldowns there in order to get value out of that out of that last nade that he had. Well, apparently I'm very low on disc space. So who am I gonna watch? I'm gonna watch King Farba while I gonna have to delete that. Alright. Let's see what happens here. They're gonna be and King Farba is taken out from there, but the trade comes in. So Farba and Milchman are taken out. Or is it Milchman? I don't know, because both of these are EU teams, so I'm not sure. Ilaria, Super Blaze. The fight is going in favor of Crossfire right now, but Dieter is taking out, but Aladios is traded there, and Crossfire is going to be holding on to this point again. K2K coming up. K2K has Blade, and it looks like 6 ultimates again are coming out. Both teams seem to be very conservative in their ult usage, because 6 ultimates are going to be coming up in this next fight. Both teams. Milkman committing with that Dragon Blade, trying to kill King Farba, but the beat comes out and is able to save his life. And Red die there, but the res does come out, but they're gonna have to commit. But their Tracer is out in the backline, they're not able to commit with this. That was not a good res, because they weren't able... Well, yes, the res was there, they didn't get any kills beforehand. Like, the res wasn't really gonna do anything if they didn't have any ultimates to commit with after that fight. Ooh, that is a misclick. That is a misclick right there. King Farba, very unfortunate. And he might have just cost his team the point right there. Because that was Visor, and they had Nano Visor. So they did have a chance of winning that. But the best that they can do is just deal as much damage as they can, build up their ultimates, and go with the retake. Misclicks happen, we all do them. So Red retakes the point, and it's going to be 99-0. So we're going to have to see what Red does to hold on to this point. The best thing that Crossfire can do is build up their ultimates. Do a dry fight here. Bait out some ultimates. If they're able to get a pick, great. But they shouldn't play to win this. They have to play smartly. Riot takes out PETA. K2K does take out that. And 2 ultimates are committed there for no reason, really. I don't see the reason to commit. I don't see the reason in committing those 2 ultimates from Red. So this retake is going to be that much easier from Crossfire. So Crossfire is gonna be pushing out here, and it looks like they're gonna be going for nano play. Probably. But they do a nano Winston. Milkman is taken out, but Super Blaze gets 2 picks there, and the favor is in Red again. 6 ultimates coming up from Crossfire. If they don't win this next fight, they might not win the match. They might not win this round. They have to get value. They're probably gonna boost either Farba or K2K. And Farba falls. Oh no, he falls there, and they're gonna have to go for the Nano Blade here. But they're not getting any value out of that. But PETA coming in with those 2 insane kills, and they're gonna flip the point here. And it looks like just from PETA getting those good kills there, they're gonna take this point back. So this round goes in favor of Crossfire. They're gonna pull this back. Crossfire, they're 1 round away from winning this entire series. And we're gonna have to see what they're gonna do in this next map. It's either gonna be Sanctum. Yep, it's Sanctum. So here we go. So this is Red's last chance to pull this back. It's their last chance because they won Sanctum last time. Granted, it was a very close game, but they won Sanctum. So they're gonna have to try their best to commit and winning this next one. It's gonna be mirror comps on both sides. Again, CrossFire deciding not to go with the Fair Mercy. Smart play. They're gonna be going with the more standard lineup. Wait, did PETA just use his charge there? He did just use his charge there, but his charge is back up and he goes for another charge play. And he gets a pick on, and he does charge Claymore, and Claymore is antied, but they're not going to be able to follow up on that. So it looks like that, but they do get a trade onto K2K, and Riot is going to be bopped off at the end there. So it looks like that Crossfire is gonna take this first point here. Laudios is trying to stall as long as he can. Gadget is trying to go for the bops there, doing his best, but unfortunately not able to get those. Those would have been sick environmental kills. Ult advantage coming out in the side of Crossfire. They're going to be up on Hog, Visor, Hog, Nano. In fact, pretty much all 6 ultimates are going to be coming up. Oh, but KDK, he gets picked off there. Insane play by Claymore, but Claymore is also booped off as well. PETA does commit with an Earth Shatter there. So, it was very nicely done from him to get that last pick there. To get that Earth Shatter, because you just saved his team that point. Here comes it's going to be a Nano Visor. Pretty much every ultimate except for Earth Shatter on the side of Crossfire, and pretty much all 6 ultimates on the side of Red. So we're going to have to see what they do in this next one. They're going to have to get... Crossfire is going to have to get the D.Va out of her mech, maybe. Or have her deplete her... Or have her deplete her... Oh. But, yep, he is taken out there. They shouldn't have committed with there because they all just died pretty much at the same time. So they might have not known. So Farba might, or Crossfire might have not known if his team died there, because they both died like at pretty much all at the same time. So very nice play from Claymore to first of all get that opening pick, and just the side of Red in general and being able to pull that back with only using 1 ultimate. So Milkman probably gonna be going for his own Visor as well. He's gonna have to commit with this Visor here, but he dies to King Farba, and the picks go out in the favor of Crossfire. They're gonna be able to pull this back insanely. Milkman held on to his Visor for so long, and he just dies to King Farba. Like, Red has been super passive in using a lot of their ultimates. They seem to be waiting for that perfect chance, when in reality, you don't need that perfect Visor, the perfect team wipe to get value out of an ultimate. But Dieter does go down, so this is their chance to pull this back. It's 100%. Yep, this is Red's chance to pull this back. Yep, and they do pull it back. So Crossfire was smart in not committing with too many of their ultimates there, because they need these ultimates to pull this next fight back. They could go for a save here and a retake, but I personally think they should try to go for a whole hog play maybe. We're gonna have to see what they go for. They do have Nano Visor. D.Va's defense matrix is used up. This is their chance. This is their chance to use it. Come on. They got this. They got this. Come on. Use your Visor. He just... Oh no. he has to use it now. He had an opportunity to use that way earlier. Like, the D.Va's defense matrix was used up. He had a huge opportunity to go for it. But it looks like that is GG's. GG's, not GDS. GG's. But GG's, great job on CrossFire to pull that back. They do a reverse sweep. They do a reverse sweep on Li Zhang. They do unfortunately lose due to some bad ultimate usages on Hollywood, but they're able to pull this back with the finish 3-1. And finish 3-1 on Nepal, and that's gonna be the end of the series. GG's on both sides. So my name was Finale. I was your caster for tonight. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Probably a little cringy from time to time, but thank you all for watching.